Okay, so picture this, you're scrolling through your feed and boom, you see this video. It's so unbelievable, you just gotta share it, right? Like a politician saying something totally out there or a celebrity caught in a really compromising situation, the kind of thing that could break the internet. But hold on, what if that video, that piece of content that seems so real is actually totally fake fabricated? That's what we're diving into today with this deep dive all about deepfakes. And we're using this Just AI Media article to kind of guide our deep dive. And trust me, once you wrap your head around this technology, it really makes you question like everything you see online. So deepfakes, for anyone who's not familiar, they're basically pieces of content, could be images, videos, even audio. And they're created using AI, and not just any AI. We're talking about like really sophisticated algorithms that can manipulate existing stuff or even generate completely new content that looks unbelievably real. And what's really kind of freaking me out is how this article highlights just how hard it's becoming to tell what's real and what's made up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it goes way beyond just like celebrities getting spoofed for a laugh. This article does a really good job of laying out how this could actually cause some serious real-world harm. I mean, we're talking about damage to people's reputations. And not just celebrities. Anyone could end up as a target.
Yeah.
Then you got the potential for like political manipulation, swaying public opinion with fake footage, or even something as personal as divorce proceedings. Imagine fabricated videos being used to influence custody battles or settlements. It's scary stuff.
No, totally. It's like that thing where there's always that one person in your town everyone knows you can't really trust what they say. Now imagine that, but on a global scale with the internet and how fast misinformation can spread.
Exactly. And we're not talking about some crude Photoshop job here. Deepfakes use this type of AI called GANs, which stands for Generative Adversarial Networks. It's actually pretty wild how it works. It's like they set two neural networks against each other. One network is trying to create a convincing fake, and the other is trying to spot it. And through this constant back and forth, the technology just keeps getting better, more sophisticated, and way harder to detect.
So it's not even like just looking for a blurry image or a glitching video anymore. It's these tiny little details that are almost impossible to catch. And that's what's so unsettling about it. It's like that saying, seeing is believing, doesn't even apply anymore. It's not just sci-fi movies. This is real life. And it's affecting like everything. Politics, our personal lives.
Yeah, no, totally. And this article, I thought was interesting how they brought up some of the attempts to like regulate this stuff. Like there's this legislation being considered in the US that would require any AI generated content to be labeled. So like imagine every piece of media you see online has this little tag that's like, this is real or this is AI generated.
That would be huge, especially with how fast stuff spreads online. I mean, a video could be made in like some random country and then it's viral everywhere in a few hours.
Exactly. And the article emphasizes this whole thing about how this needs to be a global effort. Because, the internet doesn't really care about borders. So any real solution has to involve international cooperation.
It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest. Like, after reading this article, my first thought was, how can you even tell what's real anymore?
It's a question we should all be asking.
Yeah.
And the good news is there are people working on solutions. The article talks about some of the tech being developed to actually detect deepfakes. Companies like Microsoft and Intel are putting a lot of resources into it.
There was this one company they mentioned that I hadn't heard of before, Deepidentified.ai, something about analyzing micro-expressions.
Oh yeah, that's fascinating. They're focusing on those really subtle facial movements that are like almost subconscious. Even for advanced AI, those tiny twitches and expressions are incredibly hard to fake.
So it's like they're trying to outsmart the AI by focusing on the things that make us human.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, the article makes a really good point. It's a constant arms race. As the detection methods get better, the tools used to create deepfakes also improve. It's a moving target. So staying informed is essential.
So it's like this constant learning process. We have to keep educating ourselves and stay up to date with how the technology is evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we all have to be way more skeptical, way more critical of what we see online.
Totally. And it's not even just about like spotting the fakes ourselves.
Yeah.
We got to be careful about what we share too.
Absolutely. We have a responsibility to think before we hit that share button. Like, question the source, think about whether it could be manipulated. It's a whole new level of online literacy, which is, I think, what we're trying to do with these deep dives,
Right.
equipping ourselves with the knowledge to navigate this stuff, because it's only going to get more complex.
100%. The more we understand the tech, the risks, even like the potential benefits, the better prepared we'll be to deal with whatever comes next.
This whole thing has really been eye-opening. It's like we're moving into this world where you can't just trust what you see or hear anymore.
It's true. It really makes you question, like, What does it even mean for something to be real in the digital age? If tech can create these incredibly convincing fakes, how do we define authenticity? That's a big one. And it's something I hope everyone listening will keep thinking about even after this deep dive is over.
It's a brave new world out there, for sure. But hey, at least we're all in it together, figuring it out as we go.
That's right. So until next time, everybody, stay curious, stay informed, and stay vigilant.